Hello, we're here at Hove for the last ever Kia Super League Finals Day. Boo.
Boo.
We're going to have...
We are looking forward to it, honestly.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, it's going to be great. I mean, I was booing the fact that it's the last one, in case that wasn't clear. So obviously we're going to have two matches today, the semi-final followed by the final. The semi-final is going to be Southern Vipers against Loughborough Lightning. Vipers a little bit lucky to get to the final in the semi-final in the end, Sid?
But I think they kind of were, yeah. I think the Yorkshire Diamonds would rightly feel a little bit aggrieved. It seems to be a bit of a Yorkshire thing, really. We've had a couple of county championships in recent years where Yorkshire have come second by a tiny margin and beaten the eventual champions. And I know that, talking to people like Katie Levy, that's something that's made them really feel there's been a slight little bit of injustice in the way that the world has treated them. Well, it's down to fate. I mean, it's not, nobody's deliberately done this. But in this case, the Yorkshire Diamonds actually won more games than the Southern Vipers. They won 5 games. Vipers only won 4. But the Vipers had a rained off match. They had a tie, and they had a couple of bonus point wins at the beginning of the tournament, which were ultimately what got them through. So it goes to show that you should go for those bonus point wins, even in the very first weeks of the tournament.
And as it proved, the game that we saw at the Aegeus Bowl between Vipers and Diamonds was the really crucial match in the end, because if Diamonds had triumphed in that last over, which Susie Bates was bowling, then they would have been at finals day instead of Vipers. So that was actually the really crucial over. So well done, Susie Bates, basically. Obviously, second semi-finalist is Loughborough Lightning, and I feel to some extent that we, as we did last year, really, because they were here at finals day last year, underestimated Loughborough Lightning. What do you think of that, Sid?
Yeah, we probably did, and they've had a really good season again. They perhaps started slightly lightly, a bit. We've talked about them being the opposite of Southern Vipers. Southern Vipers started really well and then tailed off a bit at the end. Loughborough Lightning have put on a run at the end. They beat Southern Vipers in the final group stage match. Amy Jones batted really well, and they're looking like they're on a roll. So I wouldn't want to bet against them in the semi-final either. I think the semi-final is going to be close. It's going to be a really good match.
How much will Loughborough Lightning miss 2 of their key players? Bryce has gone back to Scotland and Hayley Matthews has gone back to West Indies. Do you think that's a big loss for them?
Yeah, I do think. I think Catherine Bryce in particular has been really important this season, and she's done really well. It's been great for her. It's been great for the Super League to have her. It's been great for Loughborough to have her. They've switched things around a bit, as we saw in that game against the Vipers, where they've both already gone home, and they're in a position where they can switch things up. They've had some good replacements coming in, but they're going to miss them. And you take out 20% of your team that's got you to this stage in the tournament. That is going to be unfortunate. But I think that they'll definitely feel that they can still plough on through this, and they'll take a lot of confidence from the fact they beat Vipers in the final match of the group stages.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about that is, of course, that in the absence of Hayley Matthews, Chamari Atapatu's now been moved up the order to open. She's actually had a good couple of scores there opening up, so possibly a bit of a blessing in disguise there. Although I agree with you that I think they will miss those couple of key players. It's going to be a good game. Who do you think will win that one, Sid?
It's one of those ones where heart says Vipers, but I think the head says Lightning will probably, if I was putting money on it, I'd put money on the Lightning. Don't put money on it, especially based on my tips. Don't put money on it. Don't bet, kids.
Well, yeah, I think what Amy Jones said the other day, actually, after the Lightning Vipers game, was important about the fact that momentum in tournaments like this one can be quite crucial for teams, and that she feels that Loughborough Lightning have got the momentum behind them going into this game, and I think that that's probably true. So I'd probably say that I'd be backing Loughborough Lightning in the first game as well.
And of course, you are wearing your Loughborough Lightning t-shirt, Raf. So
I am, but I am still neutral. If anyone wants to give me a free t-shirt, it will be worn. Okay, moving on to the final then, in which we know that Western Storm will be there, playing either Vipers or Lightning. I guess the big question is, can anyone beat Western Storm?
Well, obviously one team can beat Western Storm, and that's Yorkshire Diamonds,
who sadly aren't here. So, can anyone other than Yorkshire Diamonds beat Western Storm?
Well, the old cliche, it's 2020 cricket, anything can happen on the day, but the Western Storm are looking very, very strong. And if you're talking about good bets, I think that you'd be a fool to bet against the Western Storm winning the tournament today. They've steamrolled everyone, and they're a very, very strong team. But they can be beaten. It can be done. And I hope that we see a really good final today. A really competitive match, and it isn't one-sided. Last year was a little bit of a one-sided match, wasn't it? Partly because the brilliance of Lizelle Lee and the way she played made it one-sided, but it was a little bit disappointing to see Loughborough Lightning subside in the final last year. Hopefully whoever plays the Western Storm in the final will give them a good run for their money.
Absolutely, yeah, and I think the crucial thing that Diamonds proved is you've got to get out their top four at least. So you've got to get Smriti, Rachel Priest, Heather Knight and Fran Wilson out, and then probably.
Well, it helps getting Sophie Luff and Dipsy out as well. Yeah. So if you can get them 6 wickets down for say 5 or 10 runs, then you're probably in with a shout.
You walk it, okay. Last question, which is something that will be decided today, obviously, is who will be player of the tournament. I think there are a few contenders, aren't there? So leading run scorer at the moment is Jemima Rodrigues. Leading wicket taker, Freya Davies. Any other possibilities?
Well, Danny Wyatt's right up there in the run race. And if she has a really good day today, Danny Wyatt goes and scores 100 in the final and wins the game for the Vipers, then I think that there's going to be a good argument for her. She's already scored another 100 and a couple of 50s. She's been playing really, really well. She looks in fantastic form. But if we were choosing it now based just on the group stages, who would we choose, Raf? I think we're agreed on this.
I think we are. I think it should go to Freya Davies. Not only has she broken the record for the most number of wickets in a Super League season, that's before today's final is even played, she's probably likely to take a few more today. So not only has she done that, but I also think she's been really crucial to Western Storm's success. And you could argue that Rodrigues has performed well for Diamonds, which she has, but she kind of didn't almost come to the party until a little bit late in the competition and actually didn't quite manage to get them to finals day. If we're thinking about players who have been crucial to their team's success, then I think Freya Davies is definitely one of those players.
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking to Rachel Priest the other day after one of the Storm games, and she was like, what's really important that we've done is we've won all the power plays. We've won all but one of the power plays, and you don't just win the power play by batting. Batting obviously helps, but you also have to win the power play by bowling well and ensuring that you restrict them. And Freya Davies has been up there doing a job, and it would be really nice to see an English player win the player of the tournament. That hasn't happened yet. We've seen a succession of foreign superstars win it, and rightly so in all those cases. But it would be really nice to see an English player and a bowler win it on this the last time this particular award will be made.
Absolutely, and I'm just going to say right now that if Freya Davies isn't on the plane to Australia come February, then it's a travesty, frankly. Good, right, we're looking forward to a really brilliant finals day. Sad that it's the last one, but excited.